morning indeed. Welcome to day 5 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 8. And I quite possibly look a complete mess. Oh dear. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just different beer that I'm drinking. Maybe it's just one of those sort of holidays, you know, where the mindset is slightly different. But oh my god, maybe it's actually the fact that I'm actually meeting a lot of people on this particular adventure. You know, I mean, basically I've literally been bumping into people every day. But oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, good morning. How are we doing? I've got a cup of coffee on the go, so I'm quite happy about that. That's the main thing. Lovely. Yeah, good morning. Right. It's not actually that cold outside. It's a bit dull and grey and overcast, but it's not cold. I've put my head out there. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm going to be getting myself ready just directly though, because I want to. Today's destination is the Waveney River Centre. I want to go to the Waveney River Centre because I've never been there, and there's things I need to check out for future. I don't know if I'm going to be staying at the Waveney River Centre. It kind of depends how things sort of go today. I think it's about 3 hours or something like that. But my real big problem is hold on a second. I'll show you what the real big problem is here. Yeah, right. I'll just take you through here. Right. So, see, this is the problem that I've got. Okay. Just now. Right. Here we are. I'm at Reedham. Okay. Lord Nelson is behind me. Up there is the River Yare that goes to Rockland St Mary, the River Shet, Brundle, Norwich and all that. Now, down this way, you go under the bridge, and instead of turning up the River Yare towards Brundle, there's actually the Hazaco New Cut, I think it's called. And you go straight along that. It's quite narrow, and you've got to stay away from the sides, which makes meeting another vessel interesting. But that then takes you straight down onto the River Waveney. And from there, you go Somerleyton down to Alton Broad, or right down towards Beccles, and the Waveney River Centre is about halfway on the way to Beccles. The only problem is that it's currently about 8:30 in the morning, and the tide is coming in. And I want to go that way. So I've kind of got two choices. I can hang about until the tide turns, then go down and have the tide help me along, so I'm not really wasting fuel, or leave momentarily, punch against the tide, and to hell with that. So yeah, it's the only problem is that if I wanted to wait till the tide turned, you know, I'm looking at probably about lunchtime-ish. Before I'm even thinking about leaving, and that's a bit late actually, you know. So yeah, and to tell you the truth, I'm actually looking at the river. Remember that wee trick I showed you? You know, hold on, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Let me just see. Aye, you see all those sort of like bubbles. You just keep an eye on them, you know, and they actually, the direction they move, that's the direction of the tide. So that's always a good indication when you see sort of that and wee bits of reed, and you know, it's a good indication of trying to determine what the tides are doing and in what direction, what speed. Now, I'm actually looking at it and the tide is still coming in, but it's actually slowing down quite considerably. So we could be actually approaching a bit of slackness very soon. But even if it's not slack and I do still have to punch against a tide, it's not going to be a strong tide. You know, it's going to be quite a very gentle, sedate tide, so I might not even notice it. So yeah, I might not wait and just get myself organised and get on down there, because I don't know if I'm staying at Alton Broad. Staying at Alton Broad. I don't know if I'm going to be staying at the Waveney River Centre. Hold on. Tonight. Or if I'm going to move on, maybe down to Beccles or something like that. So, I suppose the sooner I get myself organised, the sooner I can, the more time I've got to figure stuff out. So yeah, I think that's what I might do. Get another coffee on the go. Get some clothes on, and then just head on out. That sounds like a plan to me. I'm definitely needing a shower today. I could have had one yesterday, but with the hose thing, I just had a wash. But I need a shower today, a bit of a shave, and I know I can get water down at the Waveney River Centre. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head down there and get myself sorted, I think. So yeah, I am going to go for now then. I will keep you updated on the day's events as always, and we'll see how the day goes. So until later, until I'm a wee bit more alive and organised, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, I am on my way and I have another cup of coffee here. Excellent. And funnily enough, surprisingly, I didn't need to wait until like midday because the tide actually seems to be have turned slightly. So it actually seems that I'm actually going to do this a wee bit correctly. Can you believe that? I'm actually doing it a wee bit correctly. At least that is the impression I get looking at the water. It seems to be a wee bit slack at the moment, but there was definitely a slight movement down the river happening. I could have probably just come sort of straight out forward, but I decided to actually back out because when I let go of the ropes, although there was plenty slack and there wasn't any sort of tension on any of them, I definitely did notice the back end starting to slightly move on out. So yeah, I think there is definitely a slight change, or it's about that time where the current is changing. So yeah, looks like I'm not going to be punching against the tide. I might not be getting helped by it, but that's no problems, you know. I'm not going to be essentially wasting fuel punching against the tide. So I'm quite happy about that. It looks like I've timed it actually quite correctly. The time is currently just about 9 o'clock. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take us to get down to the Waveney River Centre, but it'll be good. And what's this? Why is there a launch pointing in at the back down the Yukon with his light flashing? I'm kind of hoping that doesn't mean that I can't go down there. Because if I can't go down the Yukon, that means that I'm going to have to go all the way up the Yare to Reedham. And then instead of going on across Reedham, I'm going to have to turn right and come all the way back down the Waveney, past St Olave's. Okay. I'm sure it's nothing serious. I'm sure it's nothing serious. Seems to be a lot of bloody police and ranger stuff going on. I've never quite seen quite so many sort of incidences around regarding them. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I'm still half asleep. I've only made my second cup of coffee, so I've not actually I've only had one cup of coffee, but yeah, everything is just going very nicely. The weather so far is very, very nice. It's a bit dull, a bit overcast, you know, but it's not cold, you know. I've got a wee jumper on, I've got the roof back, you know. They do say it's going to rain later, unfortunately, which is typical, you know, the way this holiday is going. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens, you know. Maybe it will be fine, maybe it won't be. But as always, I'm going to go because I don't know what's going on here. As always though, I'll keep you updated on the events of the day. And I'll speak to you soon, okay? So until later, bye for now. Cheers! Wow, well, there was a wee bit of excitement to start the day. It turned out that the new cut was actually, it wasn't shut, but we were prevented from going down it. Basically, it was like there was sort of dredging barges all put together that was coming up the new cut, and they were not letting us go down because there was no space for anybody to pass. But it was only going to be a temporary thing, so we I held sort of station a wee bit. Obviously I'm following Moonbeam, or Moonbeam's following me. We're going down the river together. And the pair of us were floating around the entrance to the new cut, and then I had the idea of why don't we just go to the pontoon. There's a wee temporary pontoon just by the bridge. Tie up there, that way we don't need to worry about just constantly shifting on the water and going to station and what have you. Unfortunately, by the time we actually got there and I got tied up, the barge had actually cleared the new cut. So I got to the pontoon, I tied it up, then I untied it and got back in the boat, and we're now cruising down the new cut. So yeah, that's all is well there. Yeah, that was a wee bit of excitement for this morning. Yeah, so we are heading down through the new cut at the moment. It's a wee bit narrow. You're going to be mindful of the marker posts, because I try and stick in the centre of the channel as much as possible, because outside of the marker post, it's not shallow, but, well, it is shallow, but there's obstructions on the edge of it, you know, rocks and everything like that. So yeah, you want to try and keep on try and keep to the centre of the channel as much as possible. It's a wee bit tight when two boats pass each other, but it's as long as you're careful, take it easy, you know. There's plenty of them, just be mindful of the banks and just try and don't get too close to them if at all you can avoid the banks. So yeah, that is the update so far. A wee bit of adventure at the start of today's adventure. We're just gonna go down the new cut here and head towards the Waveney River Centre. I'm not sure how long it'll take. Offhand, I think it'll take. I'm actually kind of hoping it'll be 3 hours to take there. If it only takes me 2 hours, I'm going to be there for 11 o'clock, and that might be a bit early. But not early enough if I want to go elsewhere. So yeah, we shall wait and see what has in store. Ironically, I've actually forgot to pull the map out, which is a wee bit of a bugger, because although I know the Bure and Ant, Thurn, Reedham and Yare quite well, still wee places that I don't know, but you know, I know those rivers relatively well enough that I can get to a destination without a map. I don't know much about the River Waveney, and it's one thing that I want to try and do this year. I want to try and spend more time on the Waveney. Obviously I'm only going down to the River Centre today, and I have to go back north tomorrow, but I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. I'm back in July, but I've got plans for July. July is going to be very, very different, you know, a complete departure from the usual vlogs. But July is also designed to be an informative, fun, hopefully fun, and hopefully entertaining. But it's definitely going to be designed to be an informative vlog. So I'll need to wait and see how that goes. But September, I'm actually back in September as well, and I'm actually going to have some quite a bit of time in September. I'm hoping to devote more time south, more than anything. You know, usually I try and mix it up. You know, like 3 nights there, 3 nights up, 3 nights in the south, 3 nights in the north, and then maybe, you know, obviously an extra night north, because which I don't count because it's either the first day or the last day. You know. So yeah. But in September, I'm kind of hoping that I would like to devote more dedicated time into the southern rivers, you know. Once again, there is a reason for that, but I'm not telling you just now. You just have to wait till that vlog comes out. So yeah, anyway, I'm babbling again, and I don't want to be babbling, so that's the update so far. I'm just passing down the new cut. I'm hoping what limited information I have on the River Waveney is sufficient to get me to the Waveney Centre without a map. And yeah, we see how the day goes. So until later, as always, I'll keep you updated. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers! just a little wee update for you. I'm still on the new cut. I'm just still going down. It's quite long, the new cut, and it probably feels a lot longer than it actually is, because it's like dead straight, you know, and it's like 5 miles an hour, and you just basically way down. But it's basically designed as a shortcut, because to get from the VIII to the Waveney, because otherwise what would happen is that, once again, I mean, I think I said this earlier, if you go on the Reedham, you know, you would have to go up the VIII towards Reedham and then back down the Waveney to St Olave's, and then continue down the River Waveney. In the old days, when they had the ferries and all that, that took quite a week. I mean, that took hours, you know. I think that would take you probably about 2 hours to do that up and down. So the new cut was built for industry, as a shortcut for industry, to go from one river up to the other. Unfortunately, by the time it was completed, the railway station actually was built just on the other side. And the railway started taking a lot of the trade. So yeah, the new cut, it was built to help trade, and by the time it was finished, trade was starting to no longer be used by the boats on the rivers, and they were being instead freighted by the trains. So, however, industry misfortune hundreds of years ago has turned into good fortune for us today, because it now means that instead of taking that massive long couple of hour journey from up the long way, we can go straight across here, and I think it only takes about half an hour or something like that, to tell you the truth, so it doesn't really take a long. But one reason I wanted to update you with is that the current gets a wee bit weird here on the new cut. I have noticed that, because I left Reedham and the tide was going out. It was starting to turn. It was a bit slack, but it was starting to turn slightly and start moving out. I could tell this by the stuff on the river was just sort of hovering, but maybe moving slightly towards Braden water. Ever so gently, ever so slowly, but it was definitely not moving in the direction or as fast as when it was when I first woke up. Because when I first woke up, you know, it was like skipping past the boat up towards Norwich. So you would think, coming across the new car, you would still have that current sort of pushing you down, but it doesn't always work like that on the new car, I've noticed. And I've just been double checking, and actually I'm punching against the tide. It's very, very slight, and it's not powerful, so it's not an issue. But what I think happens is that the river's empty from Norwich on the year up to Braden. The rivers on the Waveney empty to Braden via St Olave's, and up the Waveney that way to Braden. But on the new cut, you know, it's not like half of it empties towards the year and then up, and half of it towards the Reedham and then up. It's like it goes in one direction or the other, and it's usually contrary to where you would think. So, like just now, what's happening is that if the tide has turned, which I think it has, it's emptying out the Waveney, up St Olave's towards Braden and Great Yarmouth. When it comes to the new cut, it comes along the new cut to Reedham, where it gets a wee bit sort of, and then goes up towards Great Yarmouth. So yeah, it's the tide and the current gets a wee bit funny along the New Cut, you know. You would expect to be going with the tide and then along the New Cut, and you find you're actually going against the tide, and vice versa. You might come down the River Yare against the tide, and you hit the New Cut, and I don't know what that was, but you hit the New Cut, and all of a sudden you're going with the tide, and then you'll get to the end of it, and then you'll get back into the expected tide that you thought you were going to be doing. So it's all a wee bit weird sometimes. So it's just something it's not an issue, and it's not a problem. Don't get me wrong, you know. But it's just something I just thought I'd point out, you know. Just one of those sort of weird situations that happens with water sometimes, you know, and the various channels. I am now approaching the end of the New Cut, and I'm just passing St Olave's Marina. A few narrow boats in there, actually, amongst all the other various private vessels. I did see a beautiful, oh, it was absolutely beautiful, Dutch barge at Reedham last night, you know. I've got a couple of photos of it, and I spoke to a chap, lovely chap. He was actually at Reedham waiting to go out onto the coast, because I can't remember where it was. He wants to go down the coast a wee bit, but although he can do that in the Dutch barge, he was needing proper calm weather in order to do it. Otherwise it gets a bit rolly, he said. But it was a beautiful boat, you know, and very, very rare that you see those sort of vessels on the Broads. Probably more, you probably see them down here more because they don't have to deal with the low bridges of the northern Broads. But yeah, very, very lovely. I have a sailing boat coming towards me at the moment, and I can see the difference in what's happening with the when I come out of the New Cut. The New Cut's very calm, and the water's going all a wee bit sort of squiddly as it meets the Waveney. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Exactly what's going to happen here. So anyway, I'm babbling and rambling again. So I will go for now. That's the update so far. I just wanted to mention that about the tides and currents. It's not really a problem at all, but yeah, it remains to be quite nice. It feels like the sun's trying to come out at the moment, you know. It's still overcast, but you know how you get that sort of brightness of the clouds, you know, it starts forcing you to, despite the fact that it's overcast, I'm seriously thinking about putting sunglasses on. So yeah, that is me officially back on the River Waveney, and it's straight on down, and we'll see what time we get to the Waveney River Centre. I don't know what the current is doing, I'm just having a wee look here. What is happening now? Now this is, I've not touched a throttle. I did 5 miles an hour dead coming across the New Cut, and yeah, it looks like we are actually going against the tide. Yeah, so yeah, the tide is still going out on the Waveney. I'm losing a few. Oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Yeah, I'm lost about maybe about half a mile an hour or something like that. So we will just add on a few extra revs just to compensate, and we'll get through the tide. Like I say, this time of the day, it's at that point where it's getting ready to turn, so it's not a problem. It's not that strong. So yeah, that's the update. I'm babbling, so I will stop babbling, go for now, and I will keep you updated as to the events of the day. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Okay, just a little wee update for you. I've just passed Somerleyton and I went under Somerleyton Bridge there. Obviously the tide is still going out, yeah, there was a like 9-foot clearance or something like that, so plenty of space under Somerleyton Bridge. You can actually, if you're too tall, you can actually, I believe, phone Somerleyton Bridge Control and have it swing open. Last year there were some issues with the bridge, with the intense heat of the heat wave last year. It was actually warping the train tracks, I think it was, and it was basically what was happening is that it was basically unable to open. I think they've sorted it all out now. So yeah, if you are too tall when you come to pass, you can actually phone them and they will swing it open for you. But if you time your passage correctly, I mean 9-foot clearance, most boats will get under easily with 9-foot clearance. You know, the tide's still going out slightly, but it's not, like I say, it's a very sedate, gentle pace that it's going out. There was a big concerto coming towards us, so I got there first. I went through. I think in theory I should have held back and let him come through, but like I say, I got there first, so I just snapped under. He just slowed down and then he was able to continue. I made sure I hung around, made sure a moonbeam behind me was okay to get under, and then I just kept on going, continuing my journey down. Actually, it was then that I realised when I sort of came to a stop and I was just waiting for all the boats to pass, keeping an eye on things. Not that I could have done anything, kind of had it all gone wrong, you know, but just to make sure, you know. And it was then that I realised that there was still a slight in the river. But it's turning into quite a nice wee cruise actually. There seems to be a wee bit of, I don't know if it's because it's a bit more open and exposed here, but there definitely seems to be a wee bit of a nip in the air now, you know. Where it was quite mild at Reedham, you know, now I'm starting to get a wee bit of a slight chill. I'm kind of hoping that's not an indication that a low pressure front, well, it's obviously low pressure, it's overcast, you know, but you know what I mean. I'm kind of hoping that that's not an indication of rain on its way. But well, we'll wait and see. You know, it's been one of those weeks. It's just a bit of a shame that it's turning into a bit of a dull wet week. Well, it was over the weekend, wasn't it? You know. Yesterday wasn't particularly wet, it was just that really fine drizzle, and I'm just like, oh, you know, it's not pleasant at all. And yet, by the time I got to Reedham, it was pretty much off. I mean, that was it, and it stayed off, you know, so I was kind of hoping, you know, that the weather was going to brighten up, or at least a wee bit, you know, even if it's, and speaking of which, I think that's the rain starting. The rain's starting! Oh no! Oh, that's difficult. The thing about Royal Stuart's is that it comes with an electric roof, okay, which is pretty cool, but it means that you have a key. There's not a button. You've got a key, and one key is like the key. You can either put the canopy up or put the canopy down. And it's just like, oh god, oh well. Let's put the canopy up. In there, turn, and there we go. It might just be a wee shower. Sorry for the noise. It might just be a wee shower. It might go off momentarily, in which case I'll put the canopy back down. But at the moment, and there you go, just like that. The canopy is up, you know. It's on a really long string and things, you know, but you've got pins because use the pins to secure the back window, and you put it on a really long rope so that you don't lose the pin or the key, you know. It's actually quite good, you know. It's maybe a wee bit cumbersome, but it's actually a good wee thing, you know, because everything is kept together. So yeah, I've just put the roof up. If the rain comes on, if it doesn't come to anything, you know, and it's just a wee sort of passing shower, I can put the roof back down. But I've got lots of things, sort of cameras and phones and what have you, sort of floating around. So I think I don't particularly want to get them wet, you know. So yeah, buttoned up. But the good thing about Royal Stuart as well is that you've got this wee side hatch here, you know. So you know, and you can step out there, you can poke your head out there, you know. So that's a great wee thing as well. So even if it's a wee bit wet like this, and you still want to put your head out for a better view, you can do so, nice and easy. You know? Alan on Moonbeam, he's being a brave soul, he's got his jacket on. He's staying up top, so he's hoping that it's only going to be a very light passing shower and it's not going to be anything serious. And oh my god, right. But yes, hopefully it's not going to be terrible rain, and I'll just be a passing shower. And I've said that about 6 times now already. Really, Russell, you need to get a grip on this bloody babbling, repeating crap, you know. So anyway, that's the update so far. Unfortunately, the rain is back on as we speak. I have just buttoned up as we speak. Went under Summerlake Bridge, not a problem, not an issue. And we're still going down the river here, and I'm still relying on my 3-year-old memory. I think it was, in fact, it might be 4 years since I've been down this section of river. So yeah, I'm relying purely on this because I don't have the map handy. But you can't really go wrong. Honestly, you can't. You go down the Waveney at one point, you go straight on down towards Old Broad, and then the other point, at the fort, you go down the Waveney towards Beccles. So yeah, and then the Waveney River Centre is down on the right fork, and if you miss the Waveney River Centre, you just end up on down at Beccles, you know. So you can't really go wrong on the rivers at all. And invariably there'll be a signpost or something like that saying, you know, Old Broad, Beccles, whatever. So it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So yeah, that's the update so far, and I will go for now, and as always I will keep you updated on the events of the day, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully maybe in about 10 minutes or so I will be able to get the roof back down. And I'm glad I put it up because it's coming down a lot heavier, you know. Thankfully though, the camera, I didn't move the camera is still on the inside of the boat, so I'll still be able to get a little bit of footage down the road. So yeah, that's all for now. As I've said, I'll keep you updated. As I've said, bye for now. As I've not said. Speak to you later. Cheers. just a little wee update for you. The roof is back down. It was just a wee shower. It got a wee bit heavy for a while there, but it went off, and I'm on the wrong side of the river. Oops. It went off, and well, you know, it was off, and I put my head up the wee hatch, and it was felt quite mild again. So I put the roof back down. One of the good things about having an electrical roof is that it's just up and down, up and down. It's very easy, no problems whatsoever, you know. So you can do it on a whim if you want, you know. I am still going down the River Waveney. I was doing some footage there, and then I switched the camera off and turned the corner and I approached the fork. So I don't have the fork on camera, unfortunately, on film, but it was exactly as expected. You just keep on going down, and then you see a fork branch off the right. Straight on is 5 miles an hour. There's notices on the corner that says like Oak Broad down that way, the 5 mile an hour zone. Or you take the right fork, and that takes you down to Beccles, Waveney River Centre, and there was something else that I can't remember, and that's still a 6 mile an hour zone. So just took a nice easy right fork and heading on down. I'm not entirely sure how far I've still to go to the Waveney River Centre. I don't think it's actually that far down this stretch of river, but we are starting to get into some pretty stuff. The trees are starting to come up, you know, we're starting to get grass, long grass, you know. We're slowly getting away from that sort of reeds that is sort of prevalent around the whole sort of Reedham, St Olave's area, you know. So some nice pretty stuff coming up. Well, it would have been nice pretty if the sun was out, the skies were blue, you know, but the sun's not out, the skies are not blue, so you'll get sort of trees instead. It'll still look pretty, So yeah, we're just heading down the river. Everything's just going very nicely. It's turning into a bit of a nice cruise, actually, you know. I mean, any cruise is a nice cruise, but it's nice. It is nice, you know. Thoroughly enjoying it. And I don't really care about the rain to tell you the truth. I mean, like I say, you know, to me, it's incidental almost, whether it's wet or dry, dull or sunny. You know, it's just great to be out here on the river. Just basically, you just get up in the morning, fire up the engine, untie your boat, pick a direction, and see where the river takes you. Today, like I said, today I did want to go to the Waveney River Centre. I did want to explore a wee bit more of the River Waveneys. I'm only going to get the one day here because I want to go back north tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, I have to return the boat back on Saturday. Obviously my last night is going to be up around the Horning, Wroxham area-ish. And I don't really want to go all the way, like say from Beccles tomorrow, all the way up to Horning or Wroxham, because that would be a long cruise, you know. So I don't really much fancy doing that. So I'm going to go back north tomorrow and see where I end up tomorrow. And I'm just passing a corner, and I actually think I'm here. Wow, that was actually very, very quick once you actually turn off right there. The Waveney River Centre, I think I'm actually here. Oh well, right, I'll go there now, just in case it is, and I shall update you once I'm all moored up. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers. Okay, just a little wee update for you. I am here at the Waveney River Centre, and it was indeed the Waveney River Centre that was approaching as I turned that corner. Quite surprised at how quickly it arrived on me after I turned that first fork. I thought it was a wee bit further down the river, but well, not too bad. What I did is I actually came, there seems to be moorings on the main river, but I don't know if, I think you can moor on the main river, but I came into the wee basin inside. I would take you outside. Unfortunately the rain's back on and it's a lot heavier this time. But so, I don't know if you can see, but there's obviously moorings all the way on the far side there. We've got some sort of barge on this side at the moment, but I have moored here with my back end facing the main river because they seem to have they look to be quite recent and new. They've installed pontoons, and I thought that would be perfect, you know, because they're floating pontoons, so you moor up stern onto them, tie your ropes off, and you don't need to worry about the rise and fall of the tide, because obviously the pontoons will go up and down with the tide. Unlike if I'd moored on the other side over here, you know, I would have had to have taken the the tides into account when doing my ropes. And the only thing I've needed to worry about is obviously when you do a stern-on mooring, you're supposed to drop your mud weight. That sort of helps stop the bow moving around. Depending on depending on how loose or tight it is, you have various successes with that. I have actually put the mud weight out, but I've dropped a wee bit more of the weight of the chain into the river, so it's actually quite slack at the moment. So if there was wind, which there isn't thankfully, I would probably be moving a wee bit with my bow, but because I've put some slack in it, when the tide comes up, that should tighten up and that should help keep me in place. So yeah. So yeah, that is me here. I've gone up to a reception desk, I've paid my mooring fees. It's £12 to stay here. The lassie was just covering, so she couldn't ask a lot of questions, but there's a shop, there's a pub, there's food, there's a swimming pool, there's laundrette, there's bins, there's information centres, there's showers, there's toilets. So yeah, everything you could possibly need is here. The lassie said, now don't hold me to this, okay, I will go back and ask, but I need to confirm this, okay. The lassie said that the showers and the swimming pool is included in your mooring fee. That doesn't sound right to me, actually. You know, I would have thought that because the Waveney River Centre has sort of like, you know, those sort of hotel pod type chalet things, and it's a camping and caravan site as well, I would have thought that that would have been included in anybody that stayed off the water here. Doesn't sound right that I would get access to at least a swimming pool. Showers, yes, but at least a swimming pool. Access to a swimming pool included in a mooring fee. £12 doesn't sound like a lot of money, you know, for access to a swimming pool. So I don't know. I will need to try and mind and confirm that. But yeah, I am here. They're still doing a wee bit of work on this bank here where they've put in the pontoons, so it's a bit muddy if I'm honest, and it's a bit yucky, especially in the wet weather that we've had. You know, it's not the most pleasant, but that's only because they're working on it at the moment. You know, by the time that's all finished, I'm quite sure that'll all be grassed over and that'll all look very, very nice. Maybe later on in the summer. So yeah, and it's worth a little mud to have the convenience of the pontoons. The pontoons are also being outfitted with electricity posts at the moment. Most of them are currently out of action just now. I think there is one that is in action right in the corner here beside me, but I don't have shore power availability on this boat, so that's not that I would really need it, you know. But yeah, so all in all, it seems to be a lovely wee place. I'm here too early, if I'm honest, and it's a bit early to sort of be finishing the day. But having said that, you know, it's nice to have just a short day and just maybe a day just wandering around and taking things easy. Because tomorrow's going to be quite a long day, actually. Because it's going to be quite a slog from here up the Waveney to St Olave's, up past St Olave's under the low bridge, into Braden, across Braden, into the Bure, and up to wherever it is I plan on going tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be quite a long day tomorrow, so it actually feels quite good to actually have a short cruise day today, you know, and there's something to be said for just sitting on the boat and chilling, you know. It's just a bit of a shame as well that I can't get the roof down. You know, I mean, on Sunday, you know, I mean, sitting up at Neaty's head, Neat's head, Nettie's head, whatever it's called. It was, I mean, it was fantastic. Just sitting out there, watching the world go by with the roof down in the sunshine. It was brilliant. So it's a wee bit of a shame that I don't have that option to me today because of the weather, but that doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, you know, I don't really bother too much about the rain. You know, if it's raining, I've got a brolly. You know, if it's too windy for a brolly, I've got a hood. You know, so, or a beanie hat or something like that. So that's the weather doesn't really bother me at all. You know, all it really does is just pull me quicker into the pub. And yes, Dave, I will go check the water levels later, but unfortunately I can't check them just now because well, there seems to be a problem with the water checking facilities. You know, at the moment it's a little too early. You know, they need time to warm up, you know, or chill down, or whatever you want to call it. I will check the water levels later, you know. Got to keep an eye on those water levels, you know. They're tricky buggers. So yeah, I am going to. It's not the end of day day 5, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Day 5. It's not the end of day 5 at the moment because I will. Hopefully, the rain will ease off. If the rain eases off, I will take you on a wee wander around the Waveney Centre, and we'll have a wee. I'll show you some bits and pieces that's up there, and I'll maybe go back to reception, ask some questions, you know. So yeah, I will do that. But for now, this is me. Obviously, because I've paid moorings, I'm not I had thought I might move on down to Beccles, but funnily enough, I've just sort of ended up not deciding at the last minute. No, I will pay an overnight mooring, and there I am. Bang. So yeah, I'm here for the and I think I'm going to enjoy staying here actually. You know, it's somewhere a wee bit different. You know, trying new places and new things and seeing. And just having a little adventure. Right, so I'm not going to babble anymore. I'm going to go. I need a shower. I need to top up my water. I need to get organised. So, as always, I'll keep you updated. Hopefully the rain won't prevent me from updating you outside. So, yeah, I'll see how things go. So, until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers! I'm alive! Alive! Oh, right, yeah, just a quick wee update for you, and I do mean a quick one. All showered up, all changed, you know, so I'm looking handsome and wonderful and suave once more. And I topped up my water tank. And there is plenty hose, tons and tons of hose, so I suspect no matter where you moor on at the Waveney River Centre, you're gonna find able to top up your water tanks. The only problem is that I've obviously changed, you know, showered, freshened up, you know, shaved and put fresh clean clothes on. Topped up my water tank. Water tank is at the bow. Water point hose is over there, across the mud. That's wet and dirty, and you have to drag the hose across it because it's raining. The rain's still coming down. There's no wind, it's just coming straight down, so it's not actually cold. But this wasn't a problem, but of course then you had to reel it all back in across the mud and the water and the muck, and invariably it goes all over you. You can't avoid it, and invariably I've put fresh trousers on and they're manky. So I need to change them again. It's like, oh, I've got mud all over them. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, that's just a temporary thing. I mean, I'm not holding that against the River Centre at all. Like I say, they're just they're doing some work. I suspect it's because they've put these new pontoons in, so I'm not complaining about it. You know, it's just a slight inconvenience, you know. But change your trousers and I'll be fine. So yeah, that's me here. I'm not really going to do anything at the moment. Like I say, it's really raining and it's coming straight down and it's quite heavy. So yeah, could be just a relaxing, chilling afternoon. But I will go back out later. But just now, I'm just have a coffee, maybe a wee bite of lunch, something like that, and see what happens. So yeah, and everything's going well. I think I'm going to have one of those relaxing, chilling days today. Yeah, not do much, but I will have a wee wander and see what goes on. So that's the update so far. I'm all organised, and I actually quite like this mooring. Actually, it is actually quite nice. I can imagine in nice weather, once that back bit's all sort of grassed up and looking very nice again, this would be a very nice place to stay. I've still to go to the reception to find out about the swimming pool and the showers, whether they're included in your mooring fees, but I will do that later. I have to pass that way anyway to go to the inn to check the water levels, Dave. So yeah, I will do that later, but in the meantime, relax, chill, unwind, charge up a few batteries, take the opportunity to do so. And oh yeah, they do have Wi-Fi here. On the pontoon here, it doesn't seem to be very strong, so I'm not sure how stable it is. I will come back to you about the Wi-Fi later on once I've actually used it. But yeah, it seems that you can get free Wi-Fi here, which is good. So yeah, that's the update so far. I will keep you updated as the day goes, and see what happens. It kind of all depends on what the weather does with this rain, but yeah, I'll let you know when I know. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Cheers! I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm pissed again. I'm so pissed tonight, I'm feeling alright, and I'm singing, just singing in the rain once again.